July 10, 1940. The skies over southern England are deceptively calm. A gentle breeze sweeps over the verdant fields below. But beneath this tranquility lies the tension of an impending storm. The Battle of Britain is about to commence. Nazi Germany dominates Europe, and Hitler's gaze turns westward. Operation Sea Lion is his plan to invade Britain. But first, the Luftwaffe must establish air superiority. The clock reads 4:30 as radar stations along the English coast detect the first wave of incoming aircraft. The Royal Air Force, outnumbered and outgunned, prepares for the fight of its life. In a small airfield, just outside of London, 20-year-old pilot officer John Sample tightens his grip on the controls of his Supermarine Spitfire. Powered by a Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, capable of reaching speeds of 370 miles per hour, it is his chariot and his shield. The radio crackles to life. Tally-ho! The battle is on. July 19th, 1940. 1300 hours. Over the channel, the sun glints off the wings of a massive formation of Heinkel He-111 bombers. Each aircraft carries a payload of destruction, capable of leveling entire city blocks. Accompanying them are Messerschmitt Bf-109 fighters, sleek and deadly, like wolves guarding a flock. In the cockpit of one Bf-109, Hauptmann Franz Miller scans the horizon, adrenaline coursing through his veins. His mission is clear: protect the bombers, eliminate any RAF fighters. But what the Luftwaffe pilots don't know is that the RAF has been intercepting their radio communications, scrambling their response with precision. As the German formation approaches the British coast, they are met not by the expected resistance, but by a wall of steel and fire. Spitfires and Hurricanes dive from the sun, guns blazing. The air is filled with the thunder of engines and the rattle of machine guns. The battle for Britain has truly begun. August 13th, 1940, known as Eagle Day. The Luftwaffe launches a massive assault aimed at crippling the RAF's airfields and radar stations. At dawn, over 1,400 German aircraft take to the skies. Their objective, to destroy the RAF on the ground before it can even take off. At RAF Kenley, the ground crew works frantically, refueling and rearming the fighters. The tension is palpable. Flight Lieutenant James Hardy, a veteran of Dunkirk, stands by his Hurricane, helmet in hand. "This is it," he mutters to himself, "our finest hour." As the first wave of He-111s appears on the horizon, the sirens wail. Hardy scrambles to his aircraft, heart pounding like a drum. Engines roar to life, tires screech on the tarmac. Above, the sky is a canvas of smoke trails and flak bursts. Hardy climbs into the melee, determined to hold the line at all costs. The fate of Britain hangs in the balance. August 18th, 1940. The hardest day. The RAF and Luftwaffe engage in the most intense air battle of the campaign. Over 100 German aircraft are destroyed, but the RAF suffers as well, losing nearly 70 planes. The skies become a brutal theater of war. Squadron leader Alex Thompson, the leader of a flight of Spitfires, surveys the chaos around him. His squadron is severely depleted, but morale remains unbreakable. "Remember," he radios to his men, "we fight for each other and for those on the ground." As they re-engage, the sound of gunfire and the acrid smell of smoke fills the cockpit. Thompson's Spitfire shudders as it takes damage, but he presses on. Below, the people of Britain watch anxiously, eyes to the sky. They understand that the pilots above are their last line of defense. And for the pilots, every flight could be their last. September 7th, 1940. The Luftwaffe changes tactics. Instead of targeting airfields, they begin the Blitz, a relentless bombing campaign against London and other cities. At 1700 hours, the first bombs fall on the East End. Flames rise into the evening sky. The roar of engines is replaced by the wail of air raid sirens and the cries of civilians seeking shelter. On the ground, air raid precautions, ARP, wardens direct people to safety. Among them is 45-year-old Mary Carter, a mother of 3 who ushers her children into an underground shelter. Her heart aches with fear, but her resolve is unyielding. "Stay close," she whispers. Above, the RAF continues to fight, taking the battle to the enemy with every ounce of strength they can muster. But the toll on the civilian population is immense. The Blitz has begun, and Britain is bracing for the long nights ahead. September 15th, 1940. Battle of Britain Day. The Luftwaffe launches a massive raid on London, hoping to crush British morale once and for all. but the RAF is ready. From airfields across the country, Spitfires and Hurricanes rise to meet the challenge. Over the city, the battle rages. Aircraft weave and dive, leaving trails of smoke and fire. Flight Lieutenant David Collins, a seasoned pilot, leads his men with unwavering determination. "This is our stand," he tells them over the radio, "for king and country." As the battle unfolds, Collins engages a Bf-109, his guns blazing. The German fighter spirals down, trailing smoke. Victory is close, but the cost is high. By day's end, the Luftwaffe has lost over 60 aircraft, the RAF 26. But the message is clear: Britain will not surrender. The tide of battle is turning. October 31st, 1940. The Battle of Britain draws to a close. Over 4 months of intense aerial combat have taken their toll on both sides. The Luftwaffe has lost over 700 aircraft and thousands of men. The RAF, though battered, stands victorious. Its pilots, affectionately known as the Few, have become national heroes. Wing Commander Richard White, reflecting on the battle, remarks, "Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few." The victory is not just military, but psychological. Britain has withstood the onslaught, and the threat of invasion has faded. The RAF has not only defended the skies, but lifted the spirit of a nation. As the autumn leaves fall, Britain braces for the next challenge, knowing it has the courage and resolve to stand firm against the storm. The Battle of Britain has left an indelible mark on history. It was a conflict not just of planes and guns, but of wills and spirits. The RAF's triumph against overwhelming odds demonstrated the power of tenacity and innovation. Radar, a relatively new technology, played a crucial role, allowing early detection of incoming raids. The Spitfire and Hurricane, with their advanced maneuverability and speed, became symbols of British resilience. Yet it was the pilots' bravery that truly turned the tide. Men like Pilot Officer John Sample and Flight Lieutenant James Hardy, who risked everything to protect their homeland. Their stories echo through time, reminding us of the cost of freedom. As the war continues, Britain's skies remain guarded by those who dare to rise above, the few who change the course of history. As Britain takes a moment to catch its breath, the war rages on in other theaters. The Blitz continues, with cities enduring relentless night bombings, but the spirit of the people, like their pilots, remains unbroken. In the underground shelters, families hold on to hope, their resolve as firm as the steel above them. Every siren wail, every rumble of aircraft is a reminder of the struggle for survival. Yet amidst the chaos, life goes on. Children play, laughter echoes, and communities unite. The RAF, now bolstered by international pilots from countries like Poland and Canada, stands ready for future challenges. The Battle of Britain may be over, but the fight for freedom continues. And in this struggle, the courage of a few has inspired the many. The legacy of the Battle of Britain extends far beyond the summer of 1940. It marks a turning point in the Second World War, showing that Nazi Germany was not invincible. The RAF's victory gave hope to occupied Europe and strengthened alliances. It also highlighted the importance of air power, setting the stage for future conflicts. In the years to come, the lessons learned here will shape strategies and technologies. As the war enters new phases, the resolve of those who stood firm in Britain's darkest hour shines as a beacon. The battle may be over, but its echoes will resonate through history. And as Britain prepares for the next challenge, it does so with the knowledge that it can and will prevail. The next chapter awaits as the Blitz continues to test the mettle of a nation.